Sure, often when managers go to other clubs, they have a tendency to return to their previous clubs and cherry-pick the best players, if you like. Is that something that you could possibly happen in the future, this January transfer window?
Yeah, I think the transfer window makes that difficult. I don't think I would come here and pinch players. I think if we decided or we had the resources to buy a player, and that player we happen to think that player was one of the players at Bournemouth, then I would do the decent thing and contact Lawrence or Abdul and say, look, this is the amount we can afford. Are you interested or aren't you? I think that's a way of doing business, is honest, and then it's up to Bournemouth or whoever we ask whether they'd consider selling that player. But I don't think we're not going to come here and rape the club full of the good players that we brought in there. I don't think that's not our style. That's not the way of doing things.
I think probably the most you've ever spent is something like £25,000 or something like that. They can have a bit more financial clout probably at Doncaster. Is that something that appeals to you as well, that they're going down the financial side?
Well, I mean, I've spoke to them, and you need value for money. Whether you're spending £25,000 on John Spicer or £2.5 million on a Championship player, if it's value for money, then it's good business. So I think that's the way we work it. If we've got an amount to spend, then like any chairman would like you to spend it wisely, and I think we've always done that, and that will continue.
You've said that the two of you will be going, Sean. Is there anyone else that, youth team or scouting side or anything else?
No, they need a good pressman, so official approach to Neil Perrott from the No, not this minute in time, no.
Is there any part of you that's wary about it, a new challenge?
Yeah, it's exciting. Anything exciting is a little bit risky. So this is a bit risky. 400 mile away. That's a big shift for me. But I just think I think it's the right time and for some reason the right club. You get a feel for places and people, and when we met them, we just felt there was something there that we could build and improve and be successful.
Richard, how difficult was it this morning talking to the players and breaking the news to them and sort of almost, I suppose, not goodbye because you're still in charge tomorrow? But
it's always difficult saying goodbye, but I think we're still preparing for the game tomorrow, really. So that wasn't a problem. I mean, like I said, they've been really professional, and they're exactly the same yesterday, the same today. Took everything on board, asked questions, worked very hard. That emotional side of it doesn't come into it. Maybe it might after the game tomorrow, but certainly today, prepared for the game. No, emotions, get on one side, get on with the job.
When you get 3 points tomorrow and then Doncaster miss out in the playoffs to Bournemouth by 3 points, you'll be cursing yourself.
So what's the timing of this? Is it something you want done today, so you can say farewell tomorrow to the club, to the fans?
The timing, what do you mean?
Timing of announcing it today before the match tomorrow.
I think, as usual, these things, if you could control it, you would. But somehow it gets out.
Oh, so it wasn't controlled, it wasn't deliberate, say 3
No. I think we'd have done this probably after the idea would have been to keep it quiet completely and then do it after the game, announce it to the players and that. But it's extremely difficult to keep anything under wraps. So once there's things come out in the press and there's speculation, that's more damaging than actually coming out and being honest. So as soon as we thought that was happening, then we obviously told the players, and then from that on we convened a press conference and hopefully done things properly.
Is it easy to pick a highlight out of your long spell here, Sean? Is the Millennium Stadium an obvious one, or is there something else?
It's when I've said in my programme notes, and I've mentioned it a couple of times to people this week, they've probably gone into administration was one of the highlights, because everybody, the players, the town, the supporters, the office, everybody just pulled together. It was just one of them times when things happen in crisis and you just see the best of people, and so that was, for a strange reason, that was a really special time. Unfortunately, 1 or 2 people lost their jobs, as you said, but that was that shows what you can achieve if everybody pulls in the right direction.
Having done the job as long as you have, Sean, what are some of the characteristics that your successor will need to be successful?
I think you have a clear eye. I mean, when I first got offered the job, one of the things I said to the board that this is the plans that we want to put in place. But when I eventually leave, whether it's mutual or whether you sort of are asked to leave, you need somebody to come in who's going to take it forward, not completely change the whole thing. It happens too many times in football where somebody puts something in place and then somebody else comes and changes it completely. So you never get any continuity. So we tried to explain the things that we were trying to do, the philosophies that we had, and the successor hopefully would be somebody who would adhere to those, and you can take it in a little bit another direction because everybody does things slightly different. But to rip it up and start completely again would be, in my opinion, foolish.
Do you have confidence in the board and the people here that they'll take what you've said on board there and bring in a successor that would suit the way the team plays?
Well, you would hope so. I mean, like I say, I've banged the drum enough over the past 6 years, so I'm sure that the present board understand that and would be looking for somebody that had those qualities and that philosophies and could make it a seamless transition, and I think the players would appreciate that as well.
Have you been asked to suggest a possible successor to anyone on the board?
Well, I think not me personally. I mean, I've mentioned one or two people that I think probably not in the would not be some of the names that would get bandied about just because the people in football, and so that's we're here to help as much as we can, and we're not here to make the process any more difficult than what it is. So yeah.
Sean, have you got a message for the fans who helped you bring out many of the players you wanted over the years? Yeah,
it's been I say since my time as a player, and people clubbed together to make my loan permanent. This has always been a special place, and kids have grown up here, and over the years everybody's all the people that I've met have just been really supportive, and when the team, especially last season, when the team when we lost 4 players and then we had the run of injuries and you just thought this is going to be a struggle, I think the support we had really made a difference. And I say it in my programme notes, and I think some people just think it's rhetoric, but I think myself and Richard thought that nobody got a bit on the back of the players. They could see what they were trying to do, and thankfully we came through it. So I think throughout my time everybody's been first class, and you can only thank them for that. You done?
Cheers, chaps.
A round of applause.
Not with them?
We just grab you over the corner for a sec, Sean.